Okay, we've got to talk about the drone incursion or the drone incursion. Whatever the heck is going on in New Jersey and around the globe, let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, I just got back from my ayahuasca retreat. It was a lovely retreat. A lot of deep work that I got done. I feel refreshed and rejuvenated, and I'm still kind of unpacking the experience and just kind of integrating as we're supposed to do after the retreat. And yeah, so I may be talking more about it later, but for right now, I'm just kind of taking it easy and letting things, unpack as they will. Hopefully I'll be talking about that more later. But if not, it was a wonderful, wonderful retreat. And thank you everybody for sending me all the good wishes and everything. I really appreciate it. Okay, now let's talk about the drones. There's crazy news, guys, or at least a crazy rumor. Well, not just a rumor, because we've got video of a the potential aftermath of a shoot down of one of these objects. It's crazy, guys. Richard Geltreich reports New Jersey State Police are currently searching for a drone that possibly crashed in the Pine Barrens. We will update as soon as we have additional information. And I put that in quotation marks, but maybe it did crash. I mean, who knows, right? But we do know there are UFO shootdowns, and that is a thing. This channel, UFO Mania, I think this may be shared from a different channel, but they didn't link to a source video. But they're showing this.
Yes, YouTube magic right there. The field's on fire. There was like a craft that crashed out of the sky. It was crazy. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, my big head may be blocking off that. But okay, so there's a field of fire where some object crashed, right? And then there's another clip that says, guys, this is crazy. Another UAP arrived as I tried to watch them retrieve the bodies. So, who knows if that's true or not? I mean, but if they are retrieving bodies, then it was probably more likely a shoot down than just a crash. But, who knows? These objects do crash. It is so weird. Preston Dennett has an hour-long video taking us through various examples of when UFOs have crashed into planes, trains, and automobiles. That's right. UFOs have crashed into trains before. Isn't that weird? And we know from John Bell and others that, sometimes these will just collide with stuff. John Bell from Real Florida UFO has an amazing video of an orb striking his multi-ton truck and rattling it. Even though this object looks phantasmal and, kind of transparent a little bit, it has enough mass to rattle his multi-ton truck. It's a great, great video. Love Real Florida UFO. And I've shared a bunch of John's videos as well as that one. But yeah, so these things do crash, I guess is my point. But we do shoot them down. So it's unclear which one this is, if this event happened at all, and this isn't just a bunch of hooey. Yeah, anyway, so this object is supposedly coming to check out what's going on when these bodies are being recovered from this craft, whether it was shot down or whether it crashed. Is this one of these drones that we've been hearing about? Are they coming to check out the crash or shoot down of another drone? Totally unclear. Don't have any information about that, if this event happened at all. Again, there's other reporting or other videos showing these objects dropping, spheres or something out of them like this. Now, this is not something that we haven't seen before, right? UFOs do this. They'll drop slag and stuff like that people have even recovered. So that object right there, that's, in my mind, that's not a drone. That is an anomalous object, no doubt. Some of these objects may or may not be drones. I mean, they look like drones. They sound like drones sometimes. Sometimes they sound like planes. Sometimes they look like planes. Sometimes they look like drones pretending to be planes. But that thing right there is anomalous. I'm putting money on that being anomalous. But it's definitely not the first time, a UFO has done that has dropped this slag-like material. Other people are reporting that their own drones, their personal drones, won't take off. Apparently, this is a thing on TikTok that's going around. People are showing their drones not taking off. So I'm assuming this is, the government, putting out some, signal or something to jam people's drones so that, in an attempt to get rid of this drone incursion. But let me know if you have another explanation. Could this be the phenomenon? Could this be the, mystery drones themselves that are doing this? I guess mystery drone is probably like a good way to say this, right? A good term to use for this event, or this, phenomenon or sub-phenomenon of whatever the heck is going on. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is more footage of the UFO or drone that showed up for the crash, if that happened. No word on what happened with those bodies. No footage of any bodies actually being recovered or any military personnel or government personnel, retrieving crash material or anything else or showing up on scene. All we see is a fire and, light in the sky. So, no, that incident is not solid in any way at this point. But, if you see it before I do, some confirmation that this actually happened, and this was indeed UAP and or, military related, let me know. Meanwhile, the war zone is making the point that this phenomenon has been going on for a while. Newly released FAA documents give unprecedented look into Colorado drone swarm mystery. Because this whole drone phenomenon thing really began in Colorado in 2020. Just reading a few quotes. The activity reported occurs primarily between the hours of 1800 and 2200 Mountain Standard Time and demonstrate the pattern of multiple drones flying a grid-type pattern and remaining airborne for several hours at a time in less than optimum flying conditions. The number of drones reported operating at one time range from between 2 and 16 and appear to be approximately 6 feet in width and length. Flight time has been 2 to 3 hour continuous. All reports indicate flight is between 200 and 300 feet. However, several people interviewed stated it was hard to determine height due to the darkness and lack of clouds. The drones are reported to have 6 feet wingspans, and there are several reports that indicate the drones are operating in coordination with a big drone that may be stationary in the area. Some sort of mothership, as it said, for these objects. So, fascinating. We just saw, a UFO dropping some objects in the sky and then winking out of existence. Is that one of these mothership drones that aren't drones? I don't know, guys. This is wild times. I've never seen anything like this. The news is even starting to pick this up. Here's what NBC had to say about it.
Back with a growing mystery. Swarms of drones, some the size of small cars, flying at night over parts of New Jersey and now New York City, neighborhoods on edge. And today, a new sighting over a high-ranking military meeting in California. George Solis has more.
Tonight, an aerial mystery that's been described as unnerving is growing. The FBI now investigating multiple reports of unidentified drones flying over New Jersey, some as large as a small car. And today, a large drone seen here, also described as the size of a small vehicle, flying over a California event where Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was in attendance.
More drones in the sky, Rockaway, New Jersey.
The New Jersey drones, initially spotted in the northern part of the state, now being reported further south. Sightings also now being reported in New York City. Staten Island Borough President Vito Fossella calling on the FAA and FBI to expand their investigation.
People have seen a number of 15-foot or so wingspan drones hovering around. In this day and age, I just don't think that that's something you take lightly. If it is nothing to be concerned about, someone should come forward and say that.
Residents alarmed by the number of sightings.
One would go over, and then the next one would come, and then the next one, and the next one. So it wasn't like there would be 20 coming at one time.
Jonathan Lace, a pilot himself, shot this shocking video overnight of multiple car-sized drones near the Essex County, New Jersey airport. So concerned by what he saw, he contacted the FAA. What's been probably the most alarming thing to you?
As a pilot, I can tell you that, when you're about to land, the last thing you want to see is something hovering in front of you.
What is that?
With many questions and few answers, residents and officials alike on high alert as the mystery in the sky deepens.
Okay, so there you go. What the heck is going on? It's looking more and more anomalous and less likely to be Russia or China, as some sort of show of force, like, don't F with us, you're ratcheting up the tension and, don't do that. Don't give missiles to the Ukraine. That was one of the, stories that were going around, which is, that was precipitating this, series of events, this phenomenon. But actually, this phenomenon has been going on for years before the war in the Ukraine, as that article from the War Zone demonstrates. And there's plenty of other material showing these series of incidents over the years. So this is all part of a pattern that we've been seeing emerging over the last few years, and really going back decades. UFO activity over military bases, but it seems to be entering a new phase and ramping up. Maybe to get our attention, maybe because of the tensions in the Ukraine and, Russia and the threat of World War III. Maybe the phenomenon says enough is enough. The kids have been playing with the matches and we need to step in and intervene, but we're going to do it in a subtle way. As a thought experiment, let's just say it is indeed the phenomenon. Why then are they disguising themselves as drones? Well, again, it could be to be subtle, instead of freaking people the hell out. There's these weird drones. Okay, humans know drones. They have drone technology. So let's do some drones. Let's do some weird drones, though. Get people's attention and get people talking about it. Slowly they get more anomalous as we get on and expand people's minds and gradually, bring about UFO disclosure. Just as a thought experiment, that could be what's going on. If that is what's going on, it's working because mainstream news, Fox, NBC, are reporting on this, favorably, not laughing at it or, I don't even know how you could laugh at this since it is a real event going on. And that's also part of the beauty of doing it over military bases. I mean, not that that's a good thing, but, it does get the military's attention and it makes it acceptable to the mainstream in a way it might not be if it were just some farmer in Nebraska or something. So, in the same way that those Navy videos that Lou Elizondo got out in 2017 made this more acceptable to many people, including myself. That could be the strategy on the phenomenon's part. And again, if so, it's working. I've had, my mom come up to me. I've had various other people I know come up to me and say, hey, Jack, you're into this UFO stuff. What do you think about this drone situation? So, it's getting people's attention. It's getting the mainstream's attention. I'm not saying this is definitively the phenomenon, but I think, at least some of this activity is pretty much definitive that it's the phenomenon. Others, it's hard to tell. Some of that footage really does look like drones. So we still might be looking at a mix of stuff, but it's early days yet. We're still in the fog of war on all of this, but this is a fascinating developing a story. I would love to hear your take on it, guys. So let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, there's coffee mugs, there's t-shirts, there's hoodies in the merch store. See the link below. Or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate your support. Also, channel members sometimes get to see videos hours before everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with the Cosmic Road, signing out.